and welcome to the MagicCon Chicago Cosplay Contest. Are you guys ready to see some good cosplays? My name's Anna Margaret, and I'm here with the incredibly talented Lua Stardust.
You're also incredibly talented, so this is going to be very exciting today.
Oh, well, we are so excited. We cannot wait to share all of these cosplays with you, and we have some incredible prizes on the line. On top of bragging rights, we also are going to be awarding 5 different cash prizes. Ooh. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. So first, we have 3 category awards. These are our judges' award. We're going to have a category award for the Novice category, Journeyman category, and the Expert category. Each of our category winners gets $1,500.
That's pretty big. That's pretty impressive for cosplay, absolutely.
They also will win 1 weekend pass to the last MagicCon event of 2025. So in all of our 3 categories, we are going to be celebrating one of these contestants with this prize, but that's not all. We have 2 additional prizes. We then have our runner-up to the Best in Show. Our runner-up Best in Show is going to win, are you ready? $2,000.
Woo!
As well as a weekend pass to the last MagicCon of 2025. And finally,
The big one, this is Best in Show.
our Best in Show will win $4,000. What?
Give it up.
As well as 2 legendary weekend passes to the last MagicCon event of 2025. And so we actually got to see some of these cosplays a little bit earlier. Lua and I are 2 of the 3 judges for this event. And let me tell you, you are in for a big treat. There are so many incredible cosplayers. We want to take a second and bring out our 3rd cosplay contest judge so we can tell you a little bit about what we're looking for in this show. So please put your hands together for Maris Mullally, our 3rd cosplay contest judge. Cosplay, I like to joke, is a little bit of a collection of different hobbies. You have wig styling, you've got prop making, you have sewing, you have armor building. It's just, there's a lot there. And we're also asking them to do a little bit of public speaking in front of all of you all, so no big deal. While we're all here, Maris, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you're looking for as we saw these cosplays earlier today and today.
So as a member of Magic's world building team, I'm looking for like character interpretation and embodiment. And as a cosplayer and seamstress, I'm also looking at material choices and those garment construction details.
Absolutely. And I think what's really exciting about today is it is the first convention where we have D&D. So we're going to get a good variety of contestants. I do have a bit of experience with prop making and armor, as well as sewing. So I do love seeing offer a variety when it comes to what these cosplayers are making for their costumes.
Yeah, who here in the audience likes D&D? I'm incredibly excited that we're going to have cosplayers from Magic the Gathering and from Dungeons and Dragons. So keep your eye out and see what you'll find during this contest. And now, something I want to touch on is it takes an enormous amount of confidence to make a costume and then bring it in front of a panel of judges.
Yeah.
I like to think that we're not that scary, but that's really terrifying.
Yeah.
You pour all of this love into your costume and then bring it in front of the judges.
Yeah.
And now they're going to come out on stage and show off all of their hard work to all of you here in the audience. And so we're going to need your help. I need you all to cheer as loud as you can for all of our contestants when they come on stage. Do you think you can help us? Yeah?
Thank you.
All right. Well, we are getting close to bringing our contestants on stage. So we're going to need you waiting in the wings and helping us watch some of these contestants because we've got some tough decisions. Okay. Are you all ready? We are going to start with our novice category. First in our novice category, I'd love to welcome to the stage Alex as Sahili.
What?
You are radiant. Strike another pose and then come over here to chat with us. All right. Now, we got to see a sneak peek earlier, but we have a few questions for you to help show up your costume to the audience.
So when we were in pre-judging, you talked a little bit about Sahili's significance for you and why you wanted to embrace this character. Would you share with the audience what you told us?
Yeah, of course. Hello? Okay, cool. So growing up, you don't see a whole lot of representation, especially, back in, the 2000s, which is still really weird that we're so far from that now. But when I got into this game, I kind of didn't feel like I fit in super a lot with all the people who were playing. And then I saw Sahili in a card, and I was like, you know what? I kind of see her in me. She's independent, she's out there, she's very inventive and creative, and she's not afraid to be who she is. And so I thought, one day I want to dress up and I want to be her. So
That's beautiful.
It's incredible. Now, I don't know if you in the very, very back can see all of the amazing details on this cosplay. Would you mind telling us a little bit about some of the key or little details that maybe they can't spot from the back?
well, if you're way up in the back, I'm also small, so I apologize. I have lace, or not ribbon, down at the bottom to add the gold. It is also dyed green to get that gradient that she has in her dress. This here also has the color changing that she has, elements painted on. So you also get a little bit of that gradient. And this is also all made from wire and foam.
Incredible. Let's have one more huge round of applause for Alex as Sahili. Thank you.
All right, our next contestant in this category is going to be Bill as Geralt, Visionary Stitcher.
You look incredible. Now, I think one of the details that we were tickled by the most is some props that you brought into this cosplay from your day job. Would you mind sharing with us what those might be?
Yes. So I did actually spend a while apprenticing stitching folks up, and so I have some needle drivers, some scissors, and some forceps, all borrowed, and some sutures somewhere around here as well. So
I'm sure you're a little more careful on the live patients rather than zombies.
pretty careful, but you got to make good zombies.
Well, you look amazing. Thank you so much for coming out to compete today. Can we show you one more of those fun little shimmies you do on the stage?
Oh, yeah. Can you do one more pose and a twirl for everyone to see your cosplay? Incredible. Thank you. Lua, we have so many talented cosplayers with us.
This is like, cosplay is one of the hardest things to do, but as judges, it's so hard to judge each costume because there's so many incredible, talented people that come out to cosplay.
It's also really cool to me how many people feel a connection to the characters that they're cosplaying. And so we have a lot more awesome cosplays to show you. So moving right along, next in our novice category, we have Maddie as Ghoul Collar Gisa.
Hello, Gisa. So excited to see you again. One of the things we noticed as soon as you came into the room was this amazing prop shovel, which is kind of iconic. I would love to hear a little bit more about this and how you made it.
Yeah, so this is definitely my favorite part of the costume. What I did was I used some heat moldable plastic to make the base of the shovel, and then I used foam clay to mold the image, and then I used spray paint and a wash of black paint to kind of bring out all of the details there.
Now, when I picked up the shovel in prejudging, I was shocked by how light it was. Will you share what the base of the stick is made of?
Yeah, so the base of the stick is actually just a plastic broomstick, and I wrapped it up in some netting that I found in a clearance bin.
So
yeah.
It goes to show you that what any material can be used to, I guess, raise the dead.
True, that's true.
Very thrifty and efficient. We love to see it.
And speaking of thrifting, something you shared is that you were able to source a lot of your cosplay material by thrifting it. Would you mind just pointing out a few places you found fabric for your cosplay?
Yeah, absolutely. So my veil is actually sheer curtains that were originally white, and I dyed it black and put some of the trim. My underskirt is made of a lace tablecloth that was also white and dyed black. And the base dress here was also a white romper that I turned into a black dress. So.
Incredible! Would you be willing to do one more twirl for our audience showing off your cosplay? Let's hear it one more time for Maddie as Ghoul Collar Gisa. Thank you.
Next up, we have Relentless Rain as Gilder Baron. I know we're excited too. Let's give it up.
Amazing.
We'll come back this way.
Okay, we're gonna ask you a few questions. So when you walked into prejudging, I was immediately like, oh my goodness, this is adorable. But who are you? Would you mind sharing with the audience why you picked this cosplay?
I can hold it for you too.
Yeah, so I picked this because it's my favorite card. I think the artwork is amazing.
Yes.
And it's just it's an adventurous little child that's going through the forest and picking up little glowworms.
And something I thought that was really fun about these little glowworms is the way that you crafted them. Could you tell them about it?
Yeah, so these are just scrunchies with LED lights in them.
They look perfectly worm-shaped.
Yeah.
Thanks for bringing some of the glowworms with you on stage so we could see them.
Yes.
A detail you might have missed. Will you do a twirl for the audience to show off your adorable tail? Incredible.
You took the words out of my mouth as I went to go say
I
them.
stole them.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for coming out to compete again. Let's give it up one more time for Relentless Rain.
All right, next in our novice category, we have Marxie as Queen Marchesa.
Hello again. So nice to see you again. When we talked during prejudging today, you let us know a little bit about your background and career and what you did with your fabric. And I don't want to reveal too much info because I'm going to hand this to you and I'll let you tell the audience.
Yeah, so I have a textile art background and I was primarily a screen printer for most of my experience. So I chose this particular art of Queen Marchesa because of the print that was on the Secret Layer drop. And so this print, I took inspiration from the card itself and then screen printed onto velvet where the pile on the velvet etches away. So this sheer is actually completely clear and it's 2 layers. And that was something I really, really wanted to show off.
And how many yards of this fabric did you make?
6 yards, actually. I wanted 8, but you know.
Oh my
The
gosh.
deadline.
It is hard to see from back there too, but the intricacy and details of that, I would cry. It's fantastic.
Now, would you mind doing a quick twirl? Because I want to talk about the brilliance that's on your head. So do a quick twirl for the audience, and then let's talk about some of your pieces. So as you notice, There's a lot of detail happening. Would you share with us that you made what you're wearing?
Yeah, absolutely. And I do have to give a shout out to my Milwaukee family, Milwaukee Makerspace, and my friends at the Old Guard Games where I work. But we worked to make this crown, resin 3D printed with gold mica powder, and my friend Tim rigged it up with lighting so that I can have a battery pack, everything hidden in my wig, as well as their hand-forged details. So in a blacksmithing forge, hammering these steel rods into my hairpins.
Very impressive.
You forged your hairpins. Let's have one more huge round of applause for Marxie as Queen Marquesa. Yes, right up there. Amazing.
Those novice cosplayers were incredible.
That was our novice category,
Yeah.
which means we're ready to move on to the journeyman category. Are you all ready to see our journeyman cosplayers? Okay.
First up, we have Ratana as Azusa.
You look amazing. Now, the first question I have for you is, you all probably noticed the artwork that is on this dress. Would you be willing to share how you brought this to life?
Yes. So this is all hand painted. Started with the sketch on the paper. I traced it onto the fabric, and then I used a technique that uses water resist with the fabric dye. And then after I washed the resist, I went back into it with the marker to outline everything.
And it was quite a lengthy process, right?
Yes,
You were
it
saying?
was. And because it's a hit set, I can wash this too, so I can wear it a lot.
Something with Azusa is she has many Magic the Gathering cards, and the one that you chose, which is something that comes from our cosplayers especially, is there is no back photo of what the rest of the dress looked like, and you decided to do...
Yeah, I decided to use the Azusa's menu journey because I'm as an Asian American, I love Asian historical clothes, and I love the design, and I have her card in my deck. So every time I look at it, I wanted to always make one, and then I made it happen somehow. And there is a back to the card. The flip side of the card is the likeness of the seeker, which is also back side.
And it's just pointed out right here, so it's printed out there.
Now, one last detail to point out. Will you share with the audience how you made your prop?
Yes, this flower is from another Azusa's card. This basically empty DIY ornament globe, and I cut out each petal out of a satin ribbon and stuck to it and put light inside. So I can actually open and remove the battery or replace the battery if it runs out.
Amazing. Let's hear it one more time.
I'll show you back up.
Thank you so much for sharing your cosplay with us. Let's have one other huge round of applause. Now, the talent continues in our Journeyman category. Next up in the Journeyman category, we have Pay Money Wubby as Bazaar of Baghdad.
He's coming.
Thank you. Come over here so we can ask you some questions.
So, if you want to come a little closer. This is a very particular card. You want to come this way a little bit so I can showcase what you're doing? This is a very particular card. It is not a very common choice for a cosplay. So I'd love to hear what made you choose this cosplay.
Yo, okay, so real Magic fans know how filthy this card is. It's awesome. Arabian Nights is a super underloved set, and I love it. It gets a little crazy with some cards, but I thought this would be a challenge too, because there's not really like a main character of this card. It's kind of more of like a set piece. It describes a bazaar. So we found the guy in the forefront of the photo, and we decided to go for it. And I love Arabian Nights. It's my favorite set.
Oh, I love it. Now, there's a little Easter egg inside your vest. Would you be willing to show it off and tell us a little bit about it?
That is a great question.
Yes?
That is a great question.
Ah!
Oh, it's just...
What do you think? Should he show us the inside of the vest? I mean, the audience is on my side, so
No.
I think you might have to.
You got my ass, that's fair. Sorry.
Thank you,
it's
audience.
an embroidered Bazaar of Baghdad. For the ladies. And it also serves as a pocket.
Well, as long as you don't steal our microphone.
Fair, sorry.
Beautiful and efficient pockets. We love to see them. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, for me? Wow, so grateful. Bribing the judges, I see. No, you're great. Thank you so much for competing.
Thank you.
Give it up for
One more huge round of applause.
I don't want to lose. This is a special treat.
Do you think that will give you 3 wishes?
I might, and I'm gonna wish for our next contestant to come out. We got a chance to see them, of course, earlier today. We have Rumor King as Loth, the Spider Queen. Loth. Hello.
We are in the presence of royalty. There are so many details on this cosplay, but you mentioned to us that your favorite part was up here towards your face. Would you mind sharing with everyone in the audience your favorite part of this cosplay?
Absolutely. So definitely sculpting this piece, which was initially meant to be a prosthetic. However, I decided I wanted something that I could reuse more often than just a piece of makeup. So sculpting this out of foam clay and trying all different sorts of techniques has been so much fun in this build.
Something else that I think is really fun, and I don't know if you could see it quite back there, is your use of hot glue in this costume to give the effect of spiders, which is why we're here. Do you want to talk a little bit about your corset or anything else you made with it?
Absolutely. So I actually hate hot glue. It is something that I despise working with. So a big challenge I wanted to give myself was using it in unconventional ways. So I created this whole fabric pattern separately and ended up attaching it to my corset, to the back of my skirt, to other random different parts of the costume to try to add different textures and give this spider web light feel.
Now, how many glue sticks do you think you went through on this cosplay?
My wallet does not want to know, but I'll share with all of you, probably around 250 sticks.
Oh, I don't know if I've ever seen 250 hot glue sticks in my life.
You don't want to.
Now, before you walk off the stage, there's one more big thing I'd like to point out. Your incredible spider legs. Would you mind sharing with the audience what inspired you to make them like this?
Absolutely. Absolutely is the word of the day today, it seems. But I am a huge musical theater nerd as well, and I am obsessed with Ursula from The Little Mermaid. And her original costume on Broadway had these octopus tentacles that would flip up over her head during Poor Unfortunate Souls. So taking that inspiration and thinking of Wolf, I thought that could be a really cool thing to bring in and show her spider web.
Incredibly creative. Thank you so much. Can you give everybody one more little spidery moment here on the stage?
Let's have one more huge round of applause for Rumor King as Lult the Spider Queen. Thank you. Now, that means we are to our third and final category. It's time to introduce our expert level cosplayers. I know, yeah. First up in our expert category, we have Little Cottage Costumes as Professor Onyx.
You are giving so much Professor Onyx that I love to see this, because in pre-judging you were so happy and bubbly, and you came out and I was like, oh my gosh.
I feel like we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Or like we're in school.
Yeah, we're in school, absolutely. There are so many incredible details, and I think we should just immediately start off with this corset, because there is, again, so many incredible details about that if you want to tell us.
Well, I can't. Is it? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't breathe, but that's okay. No, so the whole thing was pattern done by hand. No actual like pattern aside from what was on my mannequin. And it's a base and then another layer and then some bones and then a couple layers of foam and then the fabric over top and then almost like 30 meters of piping.
Wow.
30 meters of piping.
And then aside from that, I used what I've come to know is like almost a dead sewing thing. It's called smocking, which means that you go through with tiny little needles and tiny little stitches to create like permanent ruffles and patterns in fabric. It was a long time, and I was not ready.
Now, you have some both on the front and the back of the corset. Will you do
Yes.
another little twirl to show off the back so they can see the smocking, what you're talking about? So take a look at this.
Ooh.
Incredible. Now, there's another detail we'd love to point out. Will you talk a little bit about your shoulder pieces?
Yeah, 100%. I feel really bad for the guy I almost took out on the con floor.
So you're walking around the con floor and shoulder checked someone.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty hard.
So the whole thing is made out of foam and then covered with foam clay and then dried and hardened and then stretched the ever-living Christ out of the fabric to make sure that it goes over every bump, every ridge, and just looks how it's supposed to. And then I went through and dry brushed and airbrushed for all the details.
Amazing
Beautiful.
work. Let's hear it one more time for our amazing Little Cottage Costumes as Professor Onyx.
Are y'all ready for another one?
Yeah?
We have Creative Kitty Studios as Ruby, Daring Tracker. I heard you from the backstage, so I knew you were next. Okay, so if you would like to just, honestly, there's so many intricate pieces here. Something that really stood out to us was all the embroidery that you put into here. And I know you have stuff in your hand, so I can hold this. Oh, prepared. If you want to tell us more.
Yeah, okay, so if you've seen me jingling around the con floor, all of my embroidery has actually been done by hand because, well, I don't own an embroidery machine and apparently I hate myself. It took me about 125 to 150 hours worth of hand embroidery.
That was my next question, which was absolutely perfect.
Oh, yeah. Some of my favorite parts being the embroidery on the vest. Fun fact, I have a Bachelor of Honors in Fine Arts, so I'm a bit of an art history nerd. The design on the vest mimics a 16th century French embroidered design that would have been very popular back then. And the reason I chose the 1600s is because that's when Little Red Riding Hood was first published.
Now,
Fun art history fact.
yeah, well, and speaking of little Easter eggs and small details, there's an adorable one on your bag in the front.
Yes.
Would you show off this little Easter egg?
Okay, so my little beaded bag, if you haven't seen it, originally the design has, I think it's an oak leaf, and being from Canada, there's a more important leaf to me that I felt needed to go on this bag, so I have a little maple leaf on here. And it's all hand beaded.
It is stunning.
It does feel like you've stepped out of the storybook and you're here in real life. It's absolutely incredible.
She's such a lovely character.
Now, before we can let you leave the stage, there's someone else in your bag that needs to say hello.
Yes.
Yep, I got you.
So basically, because Eldraine is all about like baked goods and whatnot, I wanted to bake a batch of cupcakes for y'all. But I think they went a little bad. I have 4 little nuggets in here. I call them Betty, Crocker, Duncan, and Heinz.
Absolutely incredible. If you want to show the audience one more time your amazing cosplay, give them a little razzle dazzle.
This cape needs another twirl.
It does.
Let's have one more huge round of applause for Creative Kitty Studios.
Great job.
Okay, we have a few more entries in the expert category. Next up, please welcome to the stage Vess the Fallen as Phage the Untouchable.
You look incredible. When you came to prejudging today, the first thing I said was Phage is just an iconic character for Magic, so it was really fun to see it represented. What made you choose this cosplay?
So my friend Geek actually really loves Jessica, and he was explaining a bunch of her lore to me, and I went on a deep dive and I found Phage, and I was just like, I need to do this. And as a person who loves to play black with any combination, I was just like, she's right up my alley. And the design was something that I wanted to be able to put on a plus size body and alter it to myself to show that it was available in that view as well.
Now, while I don't like seeing Phage on the battlefield, I am so excited to see your cosplay here on stage. You mentioned a favorite piece of this cosplay to us in prejudging. Would you be willing to share with the audience what your favorite part of this cosplay is?
Yeah, actually, it's my hip pauldrons. So these are double layers of foam encased in Warbler and heat molded in. I wanted them to really look like they were really well made, and words are escaping me right now. Embossed, really well embossed. So that was very important to me.
Well, and you did a great job.
Thank you.
You got me at the same time, like, you're incredible, so fun. Well, if you can give the audience just one more look at your cosplay. And let's give it up.
Thank you again. Lua, I think we only have one more cosplayer to announce. No, we have 2? Oh, good.
We have 2. So it was.
Don't worry.
We were being a little sad if it was just one more.
We've got a little more time left.
So, next coming to the stage is a character I think some of you may know well. We have Dark Pack cosplay as Sauron, the Dark Lord. I, for one, am thrilled to see our Dark Lord here on the stage today.
I'm not scared at all.
You want to step one more over. So something that, you could take your, I didn't know if you had it perfect, you're already, I'm not intimidated at all.
We're not scared at all.
Just look into my eye.
Oh, just this one?
Yeah.
I'd rather not.
Something we talked about in prejudging is most of your focus was on a particular card in Magic for Sauron, but you used many cards to bring them together. If you want to share a little bit about that.
Yeah, sure. So I feel like one of the most fun things you can do with cosplay, especially with Magic cosplay, is you have different iterations of characters throughout all, even though there's like an artist design and an art direction for a character, there's going to be different iterations from different arts. So one of my favorite things to do is to combine all those elements that I love about the character, and it becomes like a love letter to the character, essentially.
Absolutely.
Now, the first thing I notice when I look at this cosplay is this incredible headpiece.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Would you mind sharing a little bit with the audience about what's going on? How
There's
do you look
a
so
lot.
awesome?
It's a very tight headpiece, but it is mostly made of EVA foam. There's about a couple hundred individual foam strips that are attached to it to create the large ridges on it. In between all of that, there is foam clay to make it look like it's all one annealed metal object, essentially. On top of my head, you'll see LEDs. That is all controlled by an LED controller that can have programmable LEDs. So I made a little fire, lava sort of motif on it there. And you also saw probably while I came in, it does smoke from the top as well too. There's some tubing there, some aquarium tubing that goes around with the lights and comes out from essentially a vape that's in my bag. It's controlled by a remote controller that I have within my hand here. And all the lighting is diffused by a foam called Plastizote that helps diffuse the light so you don't see the individual LEDs. It does have some red paint over the top of it, so it looks cool even if the battery runs out too.
And besides it looking really cool, which I know you love doing a big helm, you perfectly can see through it with the tiniest slits, and it's probably very hard to see, but that is impressive for a cosplay of like this size and this much of your face being taken up as well.
Yeah. I'm used to low vision looks, unfortunately. Between Elish Norin and Ashiok, I can walk around blind at this point.
That's amazing. One more thing I wanted to touch on, besides all of the armor that you made, you did quite a fair amount of sewing, some really beautiful, intricate details. If you just want to share maybe your favorite piece that you sewed?
Sure. Probably on this, I really enjoyed the neck piece on here, so you'll see pin tucking throughout all of it. That just adds like a really nice texture detail. It's something that I noticed with the robes that Justine put on her piece. I wanted to make sure that was there, and that added more moments for shading to be possible with this as well too. This is a multi-toned silk, so you all have the reds and the darks in there, and I also added some airbrush painting, so you have that multi-layered coloring like you have in Justine's original artwork.
Absolutely beautiful.
I think we need one more big twirl of this cosplay. What do you all think? Let's hear it one more time for Dark Path Cosplay as Sauron.
Working the stage. We love to see it.
Incredible work. Okay, wait. Now, I think we only have one more cosplay to show off for you all. Are you ready? Yeah? Okay. Last, but certainly not least, in our expert category, we have Cat's Caprice as Dame Aelin.
Hello, welcome to the stage. I'm going to help you with the mic because so many things are going on. But you have put in so many hours of work and so many details in this costume. I want to know what your favorite part of making this was.
Yeah, of course. Of course, I like a lot that I did about it, but my favorite parts are some of the smallest bits, which are the gauntlets and the little bits on the fingers you can kind of see here. It was just so fun to do all of it. And then also at my neck, God, I don't know how close you can get, but the tiny, tiny little buckles
I'll move this for you.
are mostly foam and toothpicks. That is how I made them. But just making tiny miniatures. I'm like, maybe I have a future in miniatures instead.
Honestly, I would love to see that too.
Right?
And obviously, you have these giant wings. Can you tell us a little bit more about the wings?
Yeah, it is a backpack, surprise, but that makes it pretty comfortable. It's a PVC rig. It is rigged up. It can actually collapse down, mostly just for travel though. And then I used a webbing and about 1,500 actual feathers glued into it.
Wow, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, let's cheer for that. 1,500 feathers.
It's a lot.
I'm cheering because you said you're comfortable in wings, which is very hard to do.
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Now, something that I think is so striking about this cosplay is all of the incredible painting and shading that you did. Would you mind sharing a little bit with the audience about that process and what you did to your armor?
Yeah, painting is actually some of my favorite things to do with cosplay, and with this one, she's not clean. It is not a shiny armor, and so doing weathering and different like stippling and washes and just all sorts of different effects using different types of paints, layering like acrylic on top of spray paint, layering all sorts of things on top of each other just gives a really cool effect.
Totally, especially with all of the little details. And so you might not be able to see from the very back, but you mentioned one of your favorite parts was the small details, and that's definitely true on the armor as well. If you look close, there are some beautiful little engravings. How did you do that?
Yeah, there's small engravings. They're on the knees. They're up here on the shoulders as well. And I made a bunch of different stencils of different sizes because there's some very tiny swirls that edge like all of the knees and the bits of some of the armor. And it was just slow X-Acto knife carving into it really, really slowly.
Amazing work. Now, can we show off these wings one more time and give a little twirl to the audience? Thank you so much for sharing your cosplay with us. Let's continue this big round of applause. Oh, wow. Do you see what I'm saying? There are so many talented cosplayers here in the cosplay contest today. We have some tough decisions.
Some tough decisions, a lot of variety in materials used too, many things to consider.
There's tons of techniques that these cosplayers demonstrated on their cosplays, and we have to make some last minute decisions and make some choices before we announce our winners. So we're gonna be exiting the stage. Bye.
All right. Hey,
Have fun without
MagicCon,
us.
do me a favor, make some noise for your judges one more time. All right, good luck. I know you got a difficult journey ahead of you figuring out who our winners are. Hey, how we feeling out there? We're feeling okay? All right, hey, do me a favor. On the count of three, I want you all to yell out what the favorite one you saw was. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, cool. Definitely heard that. Hey, how many of y'all out here in this audience today are sticking around for Dungeons and Dragons Live? Well, I have a special guest that's going to join us here on stage right now to help me tell you a little bit about what you're in store for. Please put your hands together and welcome to the stage, the one and only Abria Ivager!
Hi! Let's go!
What's happening?
This is so cool. I was just standing by all the cosplayers back there, and I was like, I remember when I was a hypothetical cosplayer, and I'm just trying to steal little pieces of everyone's costume for later, and they're like, no, please. But I think I've got a line on the Lolth. I think she'll let me borrow her very cute hat.
Yeah, she definitely was very excited walking by. So did you have a favorite that you saw today?
Oh my gosh, they're all so good. You know what? I'm gonna give it up to. I just want that big sword. I want that giant sword. Like, have you ever just seen a big weapon and you're like, but for me, though?
I don't know, my favorite part is that they had to bring it through TSA.
Okay, that's the question is, like, how are you walking through the airport in, like, degular, like, Old Navy jeans being like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Incredible. Incredible. They're so talented. And it's so nice because everyone back there is very sweet. I'm like, I just make weird mouth sounds. You've made props and costumes. I'm scared of my glue gun.
What is your favorite weird mouth sound?
I hate that you've done this to me. More I've hated I've done to myself.
I think I just like a little guy, like a little stuffed little. I need mint. Just kind of being in here.
Because that's how I actually am at home. I think people think I'm cool, and I'm truly not.
I understand that not being cool. I feel that.
No!
It's all good. No.
You look like, okay, what we look like right now is you look like a principal trying really hard to be the fun one. And I look like the vice principal that actually gets people in trouble.
I was to say I look like the test pattern for the camera.
Yeah. The eye is really traveling in this point, and I am getting seasick, baby.
So what are we in store for this evening? Because you're the dungeon master tonight. So
Yes. Yeah. So tonight is gonna be like just a splashy little adventure. I'm gonna go drop them off in Baldur's Gate and give them a very simple task. They will not do it. We know they will not do it, and I know they can't hear me right now, so I can talk a little mess. I'll show you guys a little hint for what could be happening tonight. I don't know if any of you are familiar with the lore inside of D&D, but in my pocket I carry an eye. There we go. I heard, oh no. And that's what we're doing tonight. So I've got Theo and Dev and oh my gosh, and Sam and Neil, and we are gonna go on a fun little adventure to see. We're gonna see a hag about a hand and see how that goes. I'm so excited.
So how long have you been prepping for this?
As soon as you guys let me go backstage, I'll get started. You think I'm gonna come to this prepared? No. I've been trying to scam good magic cards off of I didn't come here with my husband. He's very good at magic. I'm terrible. So if you got a tip for me, give it. I just want to go home and be like, here's what I've learned. Sit down, honey. I'm about to school you. So I've been doing that the whole time, and I forgot about the D&D part. So we'll figure it out. We'll find it. No one wants this energy. This is great.
Oh no! Look, here, turn the light. Can you turn the house lights up a little bit so we can see everybody that's out here? Because I don't think you understand how full this auditorium is. So
Ooh.
all we see are bright lights in our
so I
face.
can flirt with everyone here.
After.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, hi. Oh my God, hi everyone.
I know there's people
Oh my God, there's so many people. You guys look so good. Hi. Oh, hi. Oh, you guys are so lovely. Thanks for coming out for the cosplay contest. I hope some amount of you stay for the D&D game.
So, how did you get into D&D? How'd that happen?
Oh, this is my favorite story because again, it makes my loving husband look bad. So by not middle school, my junior year winter formal date was like, you know what I think you'd love? D&D and anime. And I was like, nerd. I've never been wronger, harder, and faster. Shout out to Sean Weeby Bailey. He is a chiropractor now, and he is also like Cassandra. He called that shot so early. But when I first started dating my now husband, he's very into board games and very into Magic. And they decided to try 5th edition when it came out. And he's like, his friend group was like, you can bring your girlfriend. We'll make her a cleric. She can just kind of hang out in the back. 2 sessions later, I was like, hey guys, I like this more than any of you have liked anything. I'm taking a warlock dip. I'm banging Tiamat. Let's go. The tyranny of dragons begins in my pants. Yes. Anyway, they've regretted bringing me into the friend group.
Well, if that's a little bit of the energy that you're bringing here tonight, I'm sure we're all in for a fantastic show.
Yeah.
What time is showtime?
6:30. 6:30? When is it? Where am I? I don't know Central Time. I think the doors are at 6 and the game officially starts at 6:30. So I hope I see you all there. Love y'all so much. Have a great rest of your night.
Hey, one more time. Give it up for your dungeon master for tonight. Thank you so much. Are you gonna go? I think you should go back out through the dragon and do your pose. Just forgot the pose. All right, it's time. Are you ready to find out who our winners are? All right, then please do me a favor. Put your hands together and welcome back to the stage. Give it up for your judges.
Let's separate.
Are you guys ready? Okay, now we are going to bring back all of our amazing cosplayers to the stage, starting with our novice cosplayers. So please welcome all of our novice cosplayers back to the stage. Give it up. Woo!
And then come here.
All right. And then now you can take a step back because we're going to get all of our cosplayers up here. Next, please welcome all of our Journeyman cosplayers back to the stage. Maybe. Hold on, we'll stall.
Dramatic pause.
They're on a journey.
Okay, well, while they're on their journey, we've got our amazing novice level cosplayers here. One of them will be taking home the best in novice, and here they are, our Journeyman cosplayers. Please show off your cosplay.
Yeah.
Give it up for our Journeyman cosplayers. All right. If I can have you guys take a spot back here in line with our novice cosplayers, we've got a few more people to welcome back to the stage. Please help me welcome back all of our expert level cosplayers. Please join us. Woo!
Funny.
Do you want to come up here to the X and show off your cosplays one more time? Thank you. Now join our cosplayers back here, and we have some awards to pass out.
I know there's a lot of anticipation going on.
Okay, can I have a drum roll, please? We are going to be announcing our Novice Judges Award first. So in our novice category, the winner of this award will receive $1,500. I know. Our novice category award goes to Marksy as Queen Marqueza.
Congratulations.
Now wait before we lose you.
Put you right over here.
Congratulations.
Would you mind coming up here to the X? And is there anything you'd like to share? Congratulations again.
I just want to shout out my hometown, Milwaukee. That's we love Milwaukee. This whole thing, I have to really thank my work at Old Guard Games in Milwaukee, shameless plug. They sponsored me to come out here and were super supportive. And so huge shout out to them, all my coworkers, the Milwaukee Makerspace too, for being my family too, and helping me, supporting me, bringing me food late at night. So really, really shout out to them and to all the other competitors. This has been such an amazing experience. So thank you all.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you all, novice.
Our next category award is our Best in Journeyman Award. The winner of the Journeyman Judges Award will receive $1,500. Our winner of the Journeyman Judges Award goes to Ratana as Azusa Many Journeys.
Get that.
And then you'll walk up to the end.
Congratulations. Is there anything you want to say?
Thank you. I want to thank my husband Eddie, who was my cosplay handler at every con, and he has to watch me take over the garage to paint stuff and take over the kitchen floor, cutting my fabric. So thank you.
You deserve that kitchen floor.
Congratulations again.
I'm getting a little emotional. Everybody's thank yous are so sweet.
Well, our next award is our Expert Judges Award. The winner of the Expert Judges Award will get $1,500 and this beautiful medal here. The winner of our Expert Category Award is Little Cottage Costumes as Professor Onyx.
Do you want to take it or do you want to? Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh my God. Sure.
Is
If
there
you have
anything you'd
nothing,
like to
you can-
share?
Stay in school.
Stay in school. Let's have one more round of applause for Professor Onyx. Oh my gosh. We've now awarded all of our category awards at the Novice, Journeyman, and Expert level, which means that there are 2 more awards that we'll be passing out today. We have our runner-up, Best in Show, and our Best in Show. I know. Just a reminder, our runner-up Best in Show is going to leave MagicCon with $2,000. And our Best in Show will win $4,000. Are you all ready? Our Best in Show runner-up award goes to Dark Pack Cosplay as Sauron the Dark Lord.
It's a little wobbly. Yep. Yep.
Congratulations. Anything you want to say to the audience?
Yeah, the world's kind of a scary place right now. I know I'm the physical embodiment of evil. But the reason that I love Lord of the Rings is a story that no matter how small you are, you can make a change in the world, and I hope you take that energy with you through all these dark times.
Yes. Yes. Good.
Let's have one more round of applause for our Best in Show runner-up, Dark Pack Cosplay. Now we have one last award to present, our Best in Show. But before we do that, the few logistic things. Before any of you go anywhere, we're going to have all of our cosplayers step forward and get your cameras ready for the best photo op, and you can take pictures of all of our amazing cosplay contest contestants. After the show, if you'd like to take pictures with any of our cosplayers, there's going to be space out in the lobby area where you can take pictures and meet your adoring fans. Yes, yes. Okay. This is it. Our final award is the Best in Show for MagicCon Chicago 2025. The Best in Show award goes to Creative Kitty Studios as Ruby Daring Tracker.
It's a little wobbly, so if you want, I can hold it with you, or I can take this, whatever you want. Yeah, okay. If you want, I can take this too. You got it?
Hi. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the award. I love it. I want to do a big shout out to my partner, my boyfriend. Thank you so much for putting up with me taking over basically the entire house for the last few months. And I want to thank my 4 little furballs, my 4 cats. Thank you so much for letting me test out various cosplay designs and techniques on your little armors. I love you all, and thank you to all my family. Thank you, everyone.
Let's have one more huge round of applause for Creative Kitty Studios, our Best in Show. Now, let's have all of our cosplay contest contestants step forward, and I think this might be the time you all need to cheer the loudest. Let's have one more round of applause for everyone who entered our cosplay contest. Thank you again so much for coming. You can meet all of our cosplayers out in the lobby, and don't forget, there's an awesome show happening right here on the Mana stage very soon. So stick around for that, and we'll see you next time. Thank you again.